this is Stephanie Manley with copycat.com. I'm going to show you how to make a pineapple upside down cake from scratch. It's really not that hard to make a cake from scratch without a mix, so I'm going to show you how to do that. Since it's pineapple upside down cake, we're going to start with pineapple. Now I'm using a can of pineapple. You can just buy this at the store, and I'm going to go ahead and drain it to let all the juice out. Now you can save the juice to drink later. We are also going to use butter and brown sugar. This is going to give that pineapple upside down cake its wonderful cake flavor. And then we're going to use our regular baking ingredients. We're going to use sugar, flour, eggs, milk, a little bit of baking powder, and salt. Be sure to click in the description bar for the exact measurements and the written recipe. It will be at copycat.com. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our pan ready. Now the secret in making a good pineapple upside down cake is using a cake pan that's a little bit deeper, because you want the cake to have enough room to raise up just fine. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stick 4 tablespoons of butter in the pan. And since I've been preheating my oven, I'm going to just stick this in here and I'm going to let the butter melt. So I'll be back in just a second with melted butter. So our butter has melted in the pan, and now I'm just going to put in my brown sugar, and I'm just going to kind of stir that in and get the brown sugar all nice and covered with the butter. This is what makes the pineapple upside down cake have all that wonderful caramelized flavor. So we're just going to go ahead and mash that into the butter. The next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to stick the pineapple on here. And just spread that out the best that you can. You don't have to be real exact at it, because when it bakes, it's going to spread out a little bit more. So just do your best in making sure that it's kind of evenly spread out, right? And then we're just going to stick our pineapple one by one here. Now again, I'm using just canned pineapple. I think it makes tasty pineapple upside down cake. If you like, you could use fresh. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to cream together our butter and our sugar, and we just want to cream this until it's light and fluffy. This will take a couple of minutes. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add in our eggs. We're going to add in 2 whole eggs. You want to beat them up one at a time. And go ahead and get that mixture incorporated. And when the first egg is blended in, you want to go ahead and add in the second egg. I always like to crack my eggs into a separate bowl first, just in case if I get any shells in there. So in goes my second egg. Okay, and the third egg we're going to use, we're only going to use the white portion. We're not going to use the yolk. So I'm just going to separate it out. And I'm going to put in my white. And I'm going to go ahead and beat that in. So now I'm going to go ahead and add in my baking powder and my salt. And I'm going to add in about 1/2 cup of the flour, and we're going to go ahead and mix this in. I'm actually going to just stir it in first so I don't have a poof of flour going on when I turn back on the mixer. You just want to beat it in until it looks nice and even. My batter's starting to get a little bit thick. I just want to scrape down the bowl to make sure that I'm getting everything mixed in. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in another 1/2 cup of flour. I'm going to add in about 1/2 of my milk. Again, I just want to fold it in just a little bit to my batter so I don't end up with flour everywhere. Okay, and this time I'm going to go ahead and add in the remainder of my milk and my flour. I'm going to go ahead and add in the vanilla. About 1 teaspoon of vanilla will do. I'm just going to eyeball it. You can measure it if you like. A little extra is not going to hurt if you get a little extra in there. And we're going to spread it into our pan. This is a really thick batter, so it's not quite like your commercial cake mix. So be aware that it's gonna be a little bit thicker, and we're just gonna drop it in. Okay, and now we're gonna put this in the oven and let it bake. So we'll come back when it's done. You can see that was really easy. It's nice and browned on top, and it tastes really, really good. Now you'll wanna wait until the pineapple upside down cake cools completely before you try to unmold it, otherwise your cake might break. But you can see it was really, really easy to go ahead and make a cake from scratch. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give me a big thumbs up. Also subscribe to this channel so you won't miss our next recipe. Thanks for watching.